Going into Sunday, it had been a beautiful 3-week run for the majority of the handicappers here, especially those that I was cherry picking and providing you their plays at huge discounted prices as they had delivered consistently on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, each of the previous 3 weeks, including this past Saturday and the 2 previous Sundays as well. But yesterday certainly was not the case, as it was not one of the finer days here for the handicappers. It started off poorly as Scott Delaney lost the second ever 200-dime release of his career in the NFL, as the Cleveland Browns were lucky to win, let alone not even coming close to getting the cover at home against Tampa Bay. Then Steve Buden's Cali Cartel, they lost their 100-dime max wager on the Denver Broncos, and then I failed with my 15-dime play on the San Francisco 49ers. And here's the deal, guys. The one thing that you always have to understand, and I've said this many, many, many times, the way you take a good-sized bankroll and make it a big, big bankroll is that every time you've got an accumulated bankroll and you see a shot, you've got to take it. If you don't take it, and to be quite honest with you and be blunt with you, if you don't have the balls to take it, then what the hell are you doing in this gambling thing anyway? The key is trying to beat your man. And of course, when you're playing with his money, it's a lot easier to take those shots. So, Scott Delaney, for example, and this isn't to rationalize anything, because the fact is, a loss is a loss, a win is a win. There is absolutely no gray matter here. There is no in between. You know, Delaney 2 Thursdays ago hit his first ever 200-dime release with Denver crushing San Diego. And over the previous 18, 19 days, he had made $10 bettors over $3,300. So he was in the position to take a shot. Steve Buden's Cali Cartel, geez, all they had done was go 7-1-1 in the NFL this season and hitting 6 out of 7 100-dime max wager releases. So they were in the position yesterday to cash as well. And as for me, I'd hit the 10-dime play on Cincinnati on Saturday night or Friday night in college football over Tulane. Hit the 15-dime play on Baylor in college on Saturday. Had to take a shot with the 15-dime play on San Francisco. And you know what, guys? Losing that play still means over the past 3 weeks, I've won 14 out of 21 days. I'll take 3-week runs like that. And over the past 10 weeks, well, geez, I've won 45 out of 71 days. I'll take 2.5-month runs like that. You know, and you look at yesterday's card and you see a lot of teams had what I call hiccup games. The Broncos on a roll. Go to New England, everything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Broncos. Does that mean the Patriots are that much better of a team? No. Broncos had what I call a hiccup game. Listen, it was just 5 weeks ago the Patriots here on a Monday night game, 41-14 at Kansas City. I'm still not sure if that was a hiccup or a sign of things to come in the possible apocalypse, but it happens, and that's the way it is in the NFL. I don't know if it's because of parity, injuries, the rigors of the NFL schedule and the travel that it all consumes, but it just seems that's the way it goes nowadays in the pros. Well, we've got another team that had a hiccup game just a couple of weeks ago, or last Sunday, and that was Indianapolis. There was a team that had won 5 straight games, held opponents at 15 points in average in those 5 straight games, and Ben Roethlisberger threw for 3,000 yards and 17 touchdowns against them. And Pittsburgh just absolutely walloped the Colts. Now, you got the Colts on the road for a second straight week. Yes, an extra day of prep time, but nothing like the prep time for the New York Giants, who are coming off a bye week and consecutive losses against NFC East rivals Philadelphia and Dallas at home on the road, who are now at home. And you got the Colts a 3-point favorite here tonight. So first, before I give you the total and a breakdown of the game, let me talk about Shawn Michaels, because, you know, of the players that handicappers here at the site that I featured discount plays yesterday, when I saw he had the Sunday night game, I thought, oh, I'd like to provide you with the Sunday night play from one of the hot handicappers if they happen to have a Sunday night play. Sometimes they don't, you know, across the board. But I saw he had one, and I like to provide it because it always gives you an opportunity to bail out. Or if you've had a winning day, to maximize your profits. Well, Sean had a 59 play last night, and you got it for $22, a savings of $77 off the regular price. And he delivered easily with the Steelers over the Ravens in that one. Well, today, the winningest football handicapper at this site, yes, you got his big play last night for $22. This is a guy who has made $10 bettors in football, college and pro combined, the past 5 years. A little over 30 grand. Tonight he has his 100-dime max wager Monday night mismatch of the year on the Colts-Giants side. Keep in mind, over the past 5 years, he has 48, 24, and 3 with those 100-dime NFL max wager releases. And in all sports combined over the past 19 months, he's made those same $10 bettors a little over $23,000. And it's the half price play of the day. Yep, you get it for half price by using coupon code. Are you ready? HALF, H-A-L-F. Here's a little heads up for you. Craig Davis, who yesterday hit 100-dime NFL winner number 7 out of 9 with the Patriots. He's on the same side tonight. Gabriel DuPont, who has won 7 out of 8 50-dime releases, who has won 2 straight NFL 100-dime releases. His 100-dime play tonight, same side as Craig and Shawn Michaels. So if you have a package with either of the latter two, you know what the former has tonight as well. But anyway, they're all on the same side there. Now, for your total, turning to Brad Wilton. Yesterday, 50-dime winner on Arizona over Dallas. Today, 50-dime interconference total of the year. Your Colts Giants over under, and I think that is the 777 triple play. You get it for $7.77 using coupon code BRAD777. FYI, Brad and Chris Jordan, who has his total of the month on tonight's game, they're on the same total for the Colts and Giants. Matt Rivers, all he's done the last 6 weeks is had 13 plays, and he's hit 10 of them. Tonight, he goes for winner number 11 out of 14, top-rated 5,000-star NBA, 500,000-star, NBA tip-off opening game of the year. He is 7-2-1 with this play, lifetime as a charter member of the site. It's on the Thunder Nets side in Brooklyn. Save $80. Get it for just $19. Use coupon code MATT19, MATT19, M-A-T-T, and the number 19. Let's talk about this particular total here tonight. It has dropped a little bit. It was 51.5 earlier in the week, 51. Now you can get it as cheap as 50 or 50.5. And I think the natural inclination for most bettors, and maybe for majority of the handicappers too, might be to say, hey, this game's going to go over because we just saw what the Colts did against Pittsburgh. They couldn't stop the Steelers. We know the Giants are going to throw the ball. They're going to attack just like Ben Roethlisberger did. Eli Manning's going to try to shred that Indianapolis defense. Hey, listen, I just told you earlier, it was a hiccup game for the Colts last week. This is a Colts team then, and it's can't even talk today right now, guys. In our 3 previous games had 13 sacks. Okay, they got none of Roethlisberger. I understand that. But 13 sacks in their 3 previous games. In their 5 previous games before taking on Pittsburgh, as I told you earlier, they had allowed just 15 points a game. Now, this Giants team didn't look particularly offensive. Well, that's a play on words. They were offensively. They didn't exactly look good offensively, that's for damn sure. In the road losses to the Cowboys and the Eagles, getting shut out, of course, by Philadelphia. And this is a Giants offense that has been crippled because Rashard Jennings, the top running back, who really was producing for the Giants and consequently took a lot of the pressure off Eli Manning, who found himself more in play-action situations where he's so much better, especially with this now new West Coast up-tempo offense that New York is running. He's going to miss his 3rd straight game tonight. And the Giants are still without Victor Cruz. You know that, right? He suffered that season-ending knee injury in the Philadelphia loss. So instead of thinking over here, I think the opposite is true. I think this is going to be an under. I think that you have 2 teams that have struggled here of late defensively that are going to try to tune themselves up and get back to being more aggressive on D and certainly want to atone for their most recent outings. And I think that this is going to be one of those games that could be 24-21. You know, maybe worst case scenario, we're looking at 27-20, 27-21. Well, do the math, guys. That is still well under that total of 50.5. And this is a situation where I think because the public perception is, oh my God, the Colts can't stop anybody, and the Giants have this high-scoring offense, that's contributed to this price, total-wise, in my estimation, of being overvalued by at least a field goal. So again, I think the real total should have been around 47, 48 tonight at 50.5, maybe even 51, depending on where you are. I think the under is the play here. So even though the fact that the Colts are 5-2-1 over on the season, even though they've gone over in 7 of their last 10 with a push along the way, I think this game stays under the posted price in this one. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again on Tuesday morning.